Hey.
Hi. Do I need to share this in the group?
Um, I put the link to it in the group, so I don't think you need to share it. We can just share the recording afterwards, but I put the link for people to join.
No, I mean like in the Facebook chat.
In the chat, I put it in the group page, but if you want to drop the
Okay.
link in the chat too, that might be helpful.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
Hey, Vivian.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Am I here?
You are here.
Yay.
Hey, we're just giving everyone a few. Oh, looks like Brandy's joining us too. Yay. Hey, Brandy.
Hello.
Hello.
You went to school?
Yeah. Can you tell from all the purple?
I'm like, I know DC's colors.
Yeah, there's purple everywhere here.
But it's the Huskies, so you know, I can't be mad about that.
That's true.
We got Vivian and Molly here. I know Sarah is not going to be able to make it. Veronica's coming online. Hey, Veronica.
Oh, she said last week she could. What changed?
Yeah, she had some kind of conflict that came up, or she like misscheduled herself or something. I just talked to her a few minutes ago.
Got it. Let me turn the light on.
Jen Marie is not going to be able to come. She had an emergency dentist appointment. Poor thing has been hit left and right. But she said she will catch the replay. So let me think for a second.
Okay.
What are we missing? Oh, Nanette. And I haven't heard from Nanette, so I'm not sure if she's joining. But we can probably get kicked off. Yeah.
Okay. And I just wanted to do a quick like opening meditation and calling in ceremony, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, and Krista, will you hit record? Oh, it is recording. JK, you got it.
Okay.
But I think this is going to be everybody, so we can get started.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so hello everyone. So this is my jam. I loved, Monica knows when we start a lot of our meetings, I just like to do a quick little like just grounding, centering, breathing, and calling in positive energy for this experience. Okay. So what I'll need you to do is I'll have everyone close your eyes. Okay. Excuse me. And place your feet on the ground. Hands in your lap. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Now keep doing this at your own pace for a couple more times and continuing to tune in with your breath as I talk and lead us through this guided meditation. And so we're all here because we all have a common goal and mission and purpose in this world. And it's to speak our truth, and it's to help others and to connect and serve others. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that we're all here right now, and we're all going to be on this journey together over this next month. And I deeply trust that all the women here are going to get exactly what they need from this experience, and that the universe has carefully selected and handpicked each and every one of us to be on this journey. So I just really want everything that we do moving forward to be from this place of love, abundance, and trust in ourselves and in this sacred container. And to also honor where we're at currently and anything that'll come up in this experience. So any fears, worries, anxieties, overwhelm, and the good stuff too, of course, but just to honor it and be curious about it and learn from it without judgment, and to know that in this space, we all get to show up exactly as ourselves. There's no pretending. It's just being 100% of who you are and honoring your natural gifts and talents. So I'm so grateful for this, and I'm so honored that all of you are here and you're going to make this happen with us, and I'm excited for this beautiful meeting we're going to have today. All right. You can go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you everyone for joining me with doing that. Okay, and
I feel like we needed to say amen at the end of that.
I know, I almost did, and
I loved it. Thank you.
I should have said namaste. That's what I should have said. Namaste.
Oh my goodness.
So let's see, Vivian, I'm going to mute you so we don't have any background noise. Same with Nanette. Okay, and then if you guys want to come on at any time, just unmute yourselves. But let's go ahead and get started. So how we wanted to start this today is we wanted to go around and have everyone say, what's one thing that you're really excited for about the retreat, and then what's one thing that you're kind of nervous or anxious about. So I actually love, Monica, for you to get started, because I love for our leaders to participate in these things as well.
You want me to start with my own, or you want me to like facilitate this? Oh, you want me to start it? Okay. What am I most psyched about? I'm just psyched to finally make this happen. Like, I feel like we've been planning this for so long, and it's finally happening. And I feel like, I've been on this journey of trust, and especially trusting other women. And this is such a great opportunity to be in that space with all of you. And most nervous about is like the exact same thing, right? It's kind of two sides of the same coin. I'm psyched about it, scares the shit out of me at the same time. But I'm really excited also to be in like facilitator mode, because you all know that's totally my jam, to kind of lead you all through the public speaking side of things and help you get your speeches just totally where you want them to be, and to learn from all of you too. So I am just really, really looking forward to this, and it couldn't get here soon enough. Popcorn, Veronica.
Excellent. Thank you, Monica. Well, I'm super excited because I attended the retreat in August, and it was awesome. Just the experience and the connection and the energy. So I'm really excited to reconnect with all the women in one area, and the location is just absolutely beautiful and magical. The one area that I'm kind of struggling with is just needing a mindset shift around doing a speech, because I feel like I participated in the academy to learn to speak my truth in my personal and professional life, not necessarily to go on and perform speaking events. So I'm not excited about doing a speech again, but that's probably where I'm stuck the most right now.
I love that radical honesty, Veronica. Like that's what Monica and I crave, is that realness. So I love that you just said that. And of course, like, we're going to help you to really get in touch with why you're here. Because there's something like deeper that you're craving from this experience. And the speech part is so surface level. It's something, more than that. So we're so excited to like help you really get in touch with that for this retreat.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, next.
I will popcorn over to Miss Molly.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. In case you guys don't know, yesterday was a very big day for me. Yay, officially 1 day sober, and I'm still in celebrating mode, and let's continue that celebrating mode on the retreat. So that's part of what I'm excited about.
Did you say 1 day sober?
Oh, sorry, 1 year sober.
Okay.
1 year plus 1 day.
Okay.
Technical.
Got it.
Yeah, being technical there. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, just a little slip. But anyway, so let's keep that momentum going. Yay, 1 year sober, great accomplishment. And not only that, but like we were saying before, it's like that along with the speech is just kind of at the surface, because really we're digging deeper. And part of what I'm anxious about is like being overwhelmed with the logistics and stuff and getting everything straightened out, and also the financial piece, which I know everything will work out, but like just all the practical stuff. So hopefully today's call and later stuff in the Facebook group should alleviate some of that worries.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay, who do you want to pick next?
All right, so let's popcorn over to Brandy.
Hi, everyone. Let's see. I am most excited because I love photography, and this is, I think I'm frozen. Hold on. Here we go. I'm not sure how to get unfrozen.
We can still hear you. Sometimes your face will just start moving at some point, hopefully. But we can hear you at least. And now we lost you.
Good old technology.
Why don't we jump to Vivian real quick, and when Brandy comes back, we can let her jump back in.
Okay.
Sure. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit sick. What am I most excited about? Well, was it 6 months ago that I was there?
I think so.
Right. About so. Yeah. So I feel like I'm a totally different person. I just thought about it like 10 minutes ago. So excited for that potential. And I mean, I'm meeting Veronica again and all the other awesome women, and Molly we met online. And Monica. Yeah, Krista again. Who did we have here? Brandy. Yeah. So all of you, I think there's also a reason for like us coming together. Like I'm excited for that. From the worry side, like I've had a long stretch of insomnia now, and I've just started to catch up with everything. I don't also like, I know I have to be there, but I don't know exactly why and what's my speech about and like what's this stuff about, you know? I just know I need to be there. So for me, that's like I mean, I'm not like freaking out about it, but I'm being honest about it.
Well, and that's also, so remember when we do, and Vivian, you and I have 2 calls together too, so we can talk about that during your elevator pitch call, and then we'll get you to a point where you feel pretty good, and then in our speech, our Polish Your Speech call, then we can talk through what you want to talk about. And Veronica, if you want to shoot me any thoughts or anything, we can do some messages back and forth before our call too, and just talk about something that feels good for you, because especially if you don't like have an immediate goal of being on the stage, I mean, we want you guys to get in there and talk about something that feels really fucking good to talk about. That like, I want to see that passion I've seen Veronica have before, you know, and Molly get out there and kill it with math shame and, you know, all of this stuff. So like, just come ready to throw some ideas around. We can definitely play with that, and we'll get you to a place where you feel good about it.
I feel like for me, like there's the idea side is still like need to get there.
Yeah, let's play.
Like what's my thing, you know?
We will definitely get you there.
Yeah. And I love that you were honest about that, Vivian, because I'm sure a lot of us are feeling that way. And, you know, like I just applied for my first TEDx talk, and I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I just feel like I need to be on stage talking about something in a really big way. So I like that you honored that, okay, I need to be at this retreat. I don't know exactly like what the outcome's going to be yet, and that's okay. And I guarantee you're going to walk away from this retreat and you're going to have your next podcast idea, your next group program or workshop, or like it's going to transform into something bigger, but you have to just trust and be open that you'll get, you know, the messages that you need.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm definitely like, these are my women. These are my gang.
I love it. Are you able to come on camera with us and say hi? I'm not sure if she's traveling or what's going on. Nanette, can you hear us?
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm not on video because I think I left my tripod in New Jersey, so I've been shuffling around trying to find it. I'm going out to my trunk. But what I'm most excited about is obviously meeting all you ladies in person and connecting other than social media. And I'm just excited to learn from the both of you on a deeper level. What was the other question? What am I nervous about? I'm honestly not nervous about anything, so I'm just excited.
Why am I not surprised, Nanette?
So,
Fun.
yay! Can't wait. See you guys soon.
Krista, how about you?
Well, this will be my third retreat that I'm leading. So for me, consistency has been a struggle my entire life. So the fact that I'm not only leading this third retreat, but now Monica and I are already talking about our fourth retreat in Colorado next year. So like, to me, that's like a huge sign of success. Like, okay, I found something that I can finally commit to, and I'm not doing it because I feel like I have to. I'm doing it because like I genuinely enjoy putting these experiences together and leading them. So that feels like a huge win. And then I'm nervous because a lot of times my control side will come out, and I worry, and I'm like, oh, I want everyone to have the best experience possible, and I want this to happen and this and this. And so for these type of experiences, I really challenge myself to like let go and surrender. And that is so fucking hard. But I really practiced that on the August retreat. And I saw a huge difference from when I led the January retreat to August retreat, because I was just more of like, I'm just going to let people show up how they need to show up and trust that this is all going to be fine. And that just like really transformed the experience. So I'm hoping that I can stay in that space again for you all. Yeah.
Yay. And plus, you're going to be 6 months pregnant when you're there, which is awesome. We get to see you and love up on you and everything while you're pregnant. So that's exciting too.
Yeah. We just all of us powerful women need to send this baby boy like so much. This is, positive vibes. Like, this is how you're going to come into the world and treat women and be this big, important, inspiring leader that changes everything. Yeah, we can do that for him.
I just got chills, so that means Spirit Team is here. We're good. Cool. Well, I know Brandy's restarting her computer, so she'll rejoin us when she gets a chance. But I know Krista and I wanted to make sure, like, before we really jump into the details and everything, just to figure out like what questions have come up for you. And what I'm going to ask for the sake of time is that your questions, if you can type them into the chat, and then that way we can make sure we look at them and see if there's something that we're not going to cover, we can pull that in. Is that okay, Krista?
Mm-hmm.
Because then that way, we can make sure we scale through everything. Maybe your questions will be answered as we go, but if it's something we didn't intend to cover, then we'll come back to it. So type any questions you have in the chat about the retreat. And yeah, I think we'll just start talking through some of these details.
Mm-hmm.
Krista, why don't I take the first part and then you can jump into the what to bring.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so timelines and agendas. Krista and I are going to be putting together an official trifold thing that'll be given to you at the retreat, but I think we can also send it as a soft copy ahead of time so that you have that, but we'll have physical copies too. And we'll of course give you guys the start and stop times and everything first. This will have like all the addresses for everything, so you know where to go, how to get there, everything like that. And that will have all the details and all the timelines. One thing Krista and I have been talking about is that I know that a lot of people are going to have to leave probably earlier on Sunday. So and I think a lot of people are planning on getting in Thursday night since we have the Airbnb Thursday night. So we're probably going to start a little bit earlier on Friday and end earlier on Sunday. And then that way everyone will get the maximum out of the time there. So we will most likely move like the meal that would have been covered for lunch on Sunday to Friday's lunch so that we start a little bit earlier. So we're just going to kind of shuffle things around, but we'll let you guys know once we have all of those details pulled together. coordinating arrival times and departure times to and from airport, Molly. Yeah, so that one, I think we're going to have to keep going with everyone in the group on like what times everyone's getting in. Krista and I are going to be sending you guys a questionnaire about like dietary restrictions and, you know, just asking how we can best support you, get your contact info when your flights are leaving. Once we get all of that, Krista, we can put together just a quick like Google Doc and send to everyone with everyone's contact info, like the cell phone numbers, and then also flight times, arrival and leaving times. So then you guys have it all in one place. And then that way you can all work together to coordinate getting like Ubers from the airport. Krista, you said it's about a 40-minute drive from the airport?
40-minute drive, and it'll probably be around $30 to $40 if you guys don't split the cost.
So like, I know, for example, Molly, I think gets in at like 5 or something. And then I can't remember, somebody else said they got in at like 7. I mean, Molly, you could always hang out at the airport and wait for that other person to get in and you guys could ride together if that's an option. So you've got, you know, you guys can play around with what that looks like. But yeah, sharing a ride is always going to save costs. Or if you don't care, you can just take an Uber on your own and we'll provide the address to you. I will check into the Airbnb at 3 p.m. on Thursday, and then she's going to send me a code to get into the house. So I will text all of you with the house code as soon as I have that. And then we can make sure you guys can get in. If you have any problems, you can always let me know, but I'll get the contact info, and that'll be part of our information we provide you all on, you know, how to get in contact with the owner and everything, if there's any problems with the house or anything like that. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Yes, definitely, Molly. We will have gluten-free options. We'll have alcohol-free, festive options, all of that good stuff too. So we will have options for everybody. Krista, do you want to chat about what to bring?
Yes. So weather-wise, let's hope it cooperates. For the January retreat last year, it was the coldest weekend of the year. So that sucked. And then as Vivian and Veronica know, it was like it rained the entire time for the last retreat. So as we all know, weather can be a little unpredictable. But what we're going to be hoping for is high 60s to high 70s. That's usually what's normal. Vivian, I don't know what that is in Celsius. I'm sorry. You would think after all my world traveling, I would learn that, but I still didn't. And so, but that being said, it still can get kind of chilly in the winter. So I would recommend, you know, of course, bring your beach stuff, bring swimsuits and sunglasses and suntan lotion and flip-flops and shorts and all that, but then also bring like a jacket and pants and a sweatshirt. And so just bring a lot of layers. If you do that, you'll be in good hands. We'll also be starting every morning with yoga. So you want to bring clothes that's easy for you to move around in. And then if you want to change after that, you can. Or, I mean, as a lot of you guys know, athleisure wear is really popular right now. So if you just want to continue wearing your clothes for the rest of your retreat, that's fine too. But just so you all know, Brandy will be photographing us. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but just so you all know, like, we will use these photos probably for future promo material. So, you know, if you want to like put on a little makeup and brush your hair, and it might just, you don't have to, but it might make you feel better too, more energized. I know I feel more energized when I dress up a little bit more. And then for our Saturday night dinner, that is where I want you guys to bring your power outfit. So we're going to go out to a nice dinner and celebrate. And so this is something where you dress up, and you can dress up as much as you want or as little as you want, but it's an outfit that makes you feel like a CEO. You feel like a boss. You feel like a badass. You're dressing on brand. So that's what I would recommend for Saturday night. And then let's see. Oh, and then Brandy, do you want to talk about what they should bring for their photo shoots?
Yes, I will try. Hopefully my internet doesn't go away. I'm at a school, and so our internet is terrible. It craps out all the time, so I apologize. Basically, just like you were talking about, probably their power outfit would be good for one of the shots, but essentially for photos, not too many active patterns. You can have some flowers or something like that in your shirt, but then maybe a nice jacket to go on top, depending on what your branding you want to look like. I can work with angles and that kind of thing, but just keep in mind, like, whatever you wear should make you feel comfortable and confident. Bright colors, because we're going to be in Florida, I think would be good. Avoid all white or all black. You can have, like I said, like a black coat or something like that with a colored shirt. And then I think we're going to do one change for portrait sessions. So if you want to keep it simple and keep your bottom the same, like a pants or a skirt, and then you could change your top or your jacket or something like that to get slightly different looks, but not anything more than that. So.
And a couple things since we're talking about pictures here. First of all, you guys, Brandy has photographed me multiple times and she's fucking phenomenal and you're going to love her. I say that because she's my friend, but also because she's amazing and will make you feel so comfortable, and you guys are going to love her work. If you haven't seen some of the pictures already that she's taken of me or of, you know, me and my boyfriend or anything, like, I'll send them to you. But she does really great work. And then second of all, Krista and I will be putting together time slots for you all for the individual photo shoots, and we'll let you sign up for those as well. So we're still finagling, working everything together with the agenda, but then that way you get your 30-minute slot, you know when that's going to be, you can be ready for it, and, you know, hair, makeup, whatever you want to do with that too. So we'll have sign up slots for that as well. And then Brandy will be with us all weekend.
Yeah, and there may be times where I just thought about this the other day. So Monica and Chris, I didn't even talk to you about this, but as far as confidentiality or like sensitive moments, I think there will be times where it would be appropriate for me to put my camera down. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm going to be taking pictures all the time, especially during those moments. So just keep that in mind as well. I will take photos often, but not always.
Brandy has a good eye and she's also sensitive to that kind of stuff. So I think that she's going to be a good fit for the vibe of all of us there. It'll be really
my other job helps with that.
He's a school psychologist at a high school here. So if that tells you anything. Awesome. Okay, so let me switch a little bit. We talked a little bit about logistics already with the Uber or the Airbnb or the Lyft or anything like that. So work with each other, see how you can make that work. Sleeping situation for the house. So the house has 9 places to sleep. There are 2 queen beds, 2 single beds, 1 sofa bed, 1 couch, and 1 floor mattress. 2 queen beds, clearly we're going to need to have some people who are willing to share. If you know someone else going on the retreat and you're willing to share a bed, maybe touch base with them now, and, you know, let each other know. Maybe let me and Krista know too, just so we kind of know what's going on. I did want to announce too during this call that Sophia is not going to be able to join us on the retreat. So we're really sad about that. She had some stuff come up that she had to prioritize, so she won't be able to join us on the retreat. But, you know, we're hoping to still have a few more people sign up before the end. So right now we have 9 sleeping places. If we get to 9, you know, then we'll have all the beds taken. But just generally speaking, I wanted you guys all to know what that situation was. There may even be more space there. Just from some of the pictures, it kind of looks like it's pretty roomy. But if there are any problems or anything like that, let us know. And then in the questionnaire too, you know, you can put those notes in there too. Thank you, Vivian, for letting me know. I know, like, when I went on Leaders Rising retreat this week or this year, like, Kelly Fullerton has some chronic pain issues, so she really needed her own bed. So if you're someone who really does need your own bed for sleep issues, just let us know too, and we can talk about what that looks like. We will be as accommodating as we possibly can.
Monica, we can also put that on the retreat survey as well, to have them answer that there. So
okay, cool. Will you add that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Chris, I'm going to jump around a little bit. I think we've covered most things. I'll let you come to the emotions and mental health care in a minute here, but just final reminder, make sure that you book your calls. I know Vivian's booked yours. Veronica, I think we just need to do your speech call. Molly, you've got yours booked. Nanette, you've got yours booked. I know that Sarah still needs to book. Jen Marie does. I think that's it right now. So just make sure you book your calls with me, both of them, the elevator pitch if you haven't done one yet, and then the polish your speech call so we can practice. Again, even if you don't know what your speech is going to be, that is even more reason for us to get on a call together so that we can figure it out and you can feel really good about it for the retreat. And then make sure who still needs to do their hypnotherapy sessions, Krista.
Vivian has hers scheduled. I already did Veronica and Annette, Molly, and I haven't done Sarah and Jen.
Okay.
And then our scholarship winner.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. And so actually, let's throw that out there real quick. Just so you all know, Sophia has very generously offered to give her spot as a scholarship since she has paid up through the program. She just wasn't able to make it happen with financials to get out there. But, you know, she sends her love to everyone and she really wanted to award a scholarship to somebody. So we're in the process of looking into who that might be, someone who wants to join us but might not be able to right now. Yeah, really, really cool of her to do that. So we will have one more person joining. We're just not sure yet who that's going to be. We should know pretty soon. But yeah, as soon as that person gets on board, then we will get them scheduled as well. Krista, do you want to talk about the emotions and mental health care while we're there?
Yes, my specialty. So most of us are probably sensitive empaths, maybe introverts. Monica and I just wrote a stellar Elephant Journal article about this. You guys should all read it if you haven't read it. But with that becomes special needs. And what I found is being in group situations, right? A lot of times when we're exposed to new energies and doing activities all day long, it can really be exhausting and overwhelming. So we're going to plan the retreat with that in mind. We're going to have a lot of different breaks that you guys can have so you can recharge your energy and have alone time. And and that's important for me as well. And we'll talk about all this at the opening ceremony too. And then also too, as a lot of you guys know, when we're doing this deep transformative work, it's going to bring up shit, right? There might be times you get triggered, or there's going to be lots of tears. Almost everyone cries on these retreats, which is good because that's releasing and healing. We're going to be doing coaching. You guys are going to be facing some of your greatest visibility fears around public speaking. And so what I'm saying is this is a safe, non-judgmental space to allow whatever needs to come up. Don't hold back. And, Monica and I can hold space for it, and Brandy as well, being a school counselor, psychologist, obviously she can hold space for this too. I just wanted to make sure I address this though, because with the January retreat last year, there was a girl that attended and she had she was still in recovery and not recovery for drugs, but she had lost her husband to cancer and she had gone through cancer herself recently. And so she was still in a very high level of grief and depression when she attended the retreat that I wasn't aware of, and had a massive panic attack from one of our workshops. So we were able to help her work through it. We got her we got her therapist on the phone, but I just kind of want to be proactive about this and just make sure everyone's gonna, I don't know, what am I trying to say here, Monica? Fill in the blanks.
Just everyone feels safe to be wherever you are, and that if you're in a spot where you need to take a break for yourself, you need to take a walk, or you need a hug, or whatever it is that you need us to back off because it's getting too intense, whatever you guys need. There's a question on the retreat questionnaire. It's one that I like to use when I was a trainer about how will we know that you're getting it or that you're really doing well? And then also, how will we know when things aren't going so well? Because that lets me and Krista watch for those things and look for your cues. I mean, we're intuitive, but at the same time, if you tell us you'll know if I get huffy puffy about something that I'm just really frustrated and I need you to be gentle with me, whatever. So that's the kind of feedback that's going to be really helpful for us so that we can support you in whatever way possible. And we're all coaches and business owners here too. So Krista and I fully expect that you'll all speak up too, right? We know that you guys will speak up for what you need, and you know that we respect that completely. And this is a no judgment zone, and we just want to be there to help you have the best experience possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because Krista and I will get overwhelmed too. I mean, we're both sensitive, empathic people too, you know, so like over peopling sometimes requires a break. So don't worry, we will be programmatically making sure everybody gets those.
Yeah, and that's the majority of the work we're doing here too, is teaching all of you how to powerfully speak up. So you can start practicing that on the retreat. And then I also had a major breakdown at one of the Leaders Rising retreats last year. Like for me, whenever I'm surrounded by women who are psychic and intuitive and healers, I just start crying. And like that happened at the Leaders Rising retreat, and it was so embarrassing. And I didn't know why it would happen, but some of the girls were really great at helping me to navigate it. So, I mean, you can be in one mindset before you show up, like, I got this is gonna be awesome, Florida beach celebration, and then you get there and you're just like, everything's ready to come up to the surface to be healed, and you're like, what the fuck, where did this come from? So again, you just have to be like, surrender and be open-minded that whatever comes up for you is ready to be worked through on the retreat, and it's the perfect space to work through all that. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say one other thing. And then two, just so you guys know, there's almost always an emotional hangover that follows after the retreat. So if you can, start planning now to really have an easy week after the retreat. Try not to do a ton of client work if you're working with clients, or don't take on like extra projects or maybe speaking engagements right afterwards. Like really give yourself the space, because you're going to experience these emotional highs that may have never had before, and then it's all going to come crashing down, and you're going to be like, I just need to like be in a dark room for a couple of days and not talk to anyone. So that usually happens for most people. So just wanted to.
So funny that Krista just said that. We were just talking about this. I did a transformational breathwork workshop this weekend. It's like 3 hours, super intense. Veronica or Brandy, if you're ever interested, it's in Castle Rock and it's fantastic. But I told Krista, I'm like, why am I so, like, I was really, really up and now I'm really down and like I feel depleted and I have this brain fog and I don't even understand. Krista's like, dude, you just like used up all your serotonin. Now you have to refresh it. I mean, coupled with the fact that I just got off my serotonin re-inhibitors, you know, a month ago. So just know that like, that's a real thing. Your body can deplete and needs to refresh, and just honor yourself wherever you're at. Give yourself that space afterwards. And even during, if you are really feeling that, like I would encourage you to just talk about it to one or any of us, because every time I talk to Krista about that, she reminds me of this shit. And then I'm like, okay, that reminds me to be more gentle with myself. So yeah, I fully echo what you just said. Well, I think the only other thing that was on our agenda today is just a reminder to review the digital course if you get a chance, especially Vivian, for you who hasn't, been through the academy. Take some time, look through the modules that are out there. They're all stored in the Facebook group. Any of you who were in the class, it's been a bit, so feel free to go check them out again. Let us know if questions come up. That group is there to support you guys too. Just remember, just like with the Fearless Public Speaking Academy group, if you guys want to get in there and you want to practice anything, you want to go live, we definitely encourage that too, so that you don't necessarily feel like this is your first time in front of everyone. Even if it's just to say hi and practice going live in the group, do whatever you want within that group. That's your place to get to know each other, to talk, to figure logistics out. Use it however you all see fit.
Yeah, and so I want to add to this, because if anyone's a perfectionist and quickly goes into overwhelm like me, you might see all these modules and be like, holy shit, I can't do all this before the retreat. And I just want to let you know, like, you have plenty of time here. There's no rush. I want this to be like an enjoyable experience for you. And technically every day we need to be attending our spiritual gym anyways. You'll hear me talk more about that. But, so making space for new growth, personal development, education. And so there's 9 modules, and then there's a bonus module, but I just wanted to show you like what one of them looks like. And I know most of you have already gone through this, but they're really not hard at all. We designed it with maybe somewhat, like, for me, I have like total ADD and I can't pay attention for more than a couple minutes. So we totally designed that for people like me in mind, but it's really easy to just go through and read this. And then
there are videos in there too.
Yeah, there's some videos and some journal questions. But like, as you can see, like this first one, I would recommend just maybe setting aside like 20 minutes to do this.
Yeah.
Right. And so just like pace yourself. Maybe you do 2 every week, but I promise, like Monica would create the modules and then I went through them as like I was taking it, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And I was always inspired after I did the modules, and I was like, I'm going to go out and do a TED Talk. And so it's really fun and they're awesome. And
Vivian, it's not a must, but what I would do is at least glance through everything, especially like the structure stuff when it comes to your speech, because that'll give you some idea when you are pulling everything together for what you want to talk about. And you and I can talk about that in your elevator pitch call next week too. But having a little bit of those thoughts around structuring your speech, I know that was a really big piece for everyone in the Fearless Public Speaking Academy, was having a little bit of structure to help you build it. That's a big piece. And then the other ones, go through and see what speaks to you. They're not long. If you don't do all the journal questions right away, you got stuff to come back to. The videos are short too. None of them are longer than like 5 to 7 minutes. So just kind of glance through, see what speaks to you, see what you feel like you need the most. And then you've got more stuff to come back to later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No pressure. We don't want you stressing about this either. We want you to have the tools that you need to make this happen, but we also don't want you to stress about it.
Mm-hmm. And just remember too, like the content that's in those modules, it's going to help you to write better Facebook posts. It's going to help you to create call to actions for working with you in your business. Like this is very much designed for the business owner who's ready to start putting herself out there and telling people this is why I'm awesome and this is why you need to work with me. So I want you guys to think of that in mind too, of like taking this course seriously. It's going to help you to get hired. It's going to help you to make money. It's going to help you to get paid, right? It's not about just writing like a little speech. It's so much more than that. So.
And they're all stored. Brandy asked the question, but they're all stored. If you go into the Facebook group for the retreat, there's a link on the left that says files. They're all stored in there in order. And you can just access them from there.
Brandy, did you see where I was showing that on my share screen?
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like Google Drive to me, so that's why I went to my email, but I'll look in Facebook. I'm not used to using Facebook for files, so that's new.
It's a nice little feature.
Yeah.
What other questions have come up for everyone since the beginning of this? And we still have about 14 minutes left, and I think that's most of the content that Krista and I wanted to cover.
How long should our speech be?
I think we said 5 to 7 minutes still. I was talking to Molly about that the other day. Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes. And we will, so 2 of the workshop sessions that we're doing, we will be, I know you all, a lot of the feedback you gave from the Academy was more feedback from me and Krista, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So you'll give your speech and we're going to allow for some actual workshop time right there, where maybe there's a few things that come up that we'll talk about. We can have you try. This is really my jam to jump in there and, just hands-on get in there with you. And whether it's body movement or facial expressions or your tone or whatever, we're going to have some time for that right there and then when you do your speech. So 5 to 7 minutes, doesn't have to be anything super, super long. And then we'll do some work and we'll actually woodshedding, as they call it in music, afterwards.
Perfect, thanks.
Molly said, what meals and or snacks are included? Okay, so Molly, anything during retreat times are included. So that's going to be, Krista, correct me if I'm wrong. So Friday, because we're going to start early, I think we decided lunch and dinner on Friday, and then we'll have snacks throughout that time. Saturday is going to be also lunch and dinner and snacks. And then Sunday, I think it's just snacks since we switched everything to Friday. So you guys can all leave earlier. So every day, really, you're responsible for your own breakfast. And then in general, we, during the retreat times, we've got snacks, and then we've got lunches and dinner and healthy options. I mean, in general, Krista and I are all about health and nutrition and stuff. So you will have lots of options to have nutritious food that can accommodate to whatever eating plan you are on. I know Krista and I are both really active too. I know Brandy is too. So if anyone wants to get together and exercise outside the scope of yoga, go for a walk or run on the beach or something, I mean, we can all talk about that too. There are a lot of options for that. Will we have timer, odd counter, etc.? Molly, we haven't really talked that much about that. I don't know, Krista. We can talk a little bit more about that, how formal we want to get with all of that. I think my preference would be to just have you guys all be really present. We are going to be asking when people are doing speeches for you all to be taking notes with your feedback. So just generally speaking, we'll have you be writing some notes, and then instead of doing it, right there during the session so that Krista and I get a chance to work with you right there, we'll have you hand over your notes with feedback to the person afterwards. And then if you guys want to talk more later, you can. But we may want to time the speeches though, just to make sure that everything stays within the time frames. But I don't know that we're going to go super formal with roles.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, because Monica, between you and I, we can be keeping track of time, and I guess the ah counter as well. We don't really do that during speeches and Toastmasters, but yeah, we do want everyone will be participating in the speech, and you'll be taking notes and giving feedback to each person. We'll give you little note cards to do that. And then Molly, as far as options for breakfast and everything nearby, I'm not super familiar with, because you guys are going to be in downtown Clearwater. I know in Clearwater Beach there is, and that would be like maybe it's like a 5 to 10 minute Uber ride, but also there's some little cute restaurants that are walking distance nearby. And Monica, I think maybe do you want to message the Airbnb owners and just see if we can I don't know, get that info ahead of time. But I think they said that on the description that there was restaurants and breakfast places nearby.
Yep, I just put it on my list. So I'll scope that out for you guys, Molly, and we'll get you that information too, so you know what your options are for mornings. And I know that the backyard of that Airbnb is really cute. It's got a nice little patio and everything. I think it's right next to the water, so that should be nice for sitting outside. Hopefully if the weather's good, which I'm not going to say if, because the weather will be good. Sign up sheet for time slots for speeches. Molly, that's a good idea too, Krista. We could do that as well for the actual speech workshops. Let people sign up for when they want to go.
Yep.
So yeah, Molly, that's totally fine. We can do that. And then
on it today.
And then the Airbnb location, Vivian, I'll send you the address. I do have it.
Or why don't you just upload that into the group somewhere?
I will do it.
I mean, we'll put that on their trifold information as well, but if they want to have that access to that information now.
Yep. Krista, you talk. I'll go put it in there right now.
Okay. I think that's it. Is there anything that we missed? Or anything that you guys are still feeling confused about, wanting more guidance, information? No. Okay. Well, and we also have the Facebook group and the Facebook chat. So as you guys know, we're very active in that. So we'll all be staying in touch over the month. And I promise you will have every single piece of information that you need prior to arriving at this retreat. You will have the schedule, you will have addresses, you will have the gate code, you'll have the Airbnb location. I'm really, Monica and I, and Monica even more so than me, we're really, structure and organization. And so we really want you guys to feel well taken care of for this experience. And I've been on retreats before where they you have to just figure things out yourself, and it's really fucking stressful. And I won't mention what retreats those were, but yeah. And also too, I was going to say this at the beginning, but a lot of you know too that this journey into making this retreat happen was at times very stressful and very emotional. And we're going to hold space for that on the first day for everyone to talk about kind of like what their experience was like with that. And I'm referring to with Inner Glow Circle. So I'm going to try so hard to like show up with a really like positive attitude towards that, even though there's still a lot of things I'm still healing and processing from. But we just want to let you all know, like, this, we're so excited for this retreat, but it was also like, it was so challenging at times. And I think we're in the clear now. I think we're good to go. I don't think there needs to be any more like fear or worry about threats or legal stuff moving forward. But, Monica and I are here to take care of you guys and to support you all around that. And we just wanted to let you know that we didn't forget about it. And did you want to say anything about that as well, Monica?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that was really important to us when we were talking about this, because I know it's been a freaking roller coaster for all of us. Every single one of you, I think I've talked to in some capacity about just everything that's gone down over the past few months. And Krista and I, we want to come at this from a place of love. And we also thought it was important to give you all an opportunity to just say how you were feeling, because we know that we're not the only ones who have feelings about what happened, or who may feel a little off or confused or whatever. And so we know it's also been kind of isolating for a lot of you and a lot of people that we've talked to not feel like you had anyone to talk with or to ask questions about what happened. And so we wanted to give that space for all of you to just kind of voice your concerns, and we'll keep it in a positive light. We're not trying to talk shit about anyone or say anything bad about IGC or any of the people within it. We just want to give you guys that space to clear that out so that there's nothing stuck. And that's why we want to do it. Like, that's part of the very first thing we're going to do with our fear clearing ceremony and everything the first night is like, let's just clear all of that energy out so that we can all be in our best headspace for the rest of the weekend. So that's something we thought was important, and we'll be doing on Friday. And I know it'll be just as healing for us as it will be for all of you too.
Yeah. And Molly, I'm glad that you said that in the chat box. Not glad that you said it, but it just reminds me that, yeah, as a lot of you know, there was a very inaccurate statement that was presented by Inner Glow Circle. And I know, Monica, you know more of the wording. Something along the lines of, if people associate with me or talk to me, that there could be legal implications or legal actions. And I showed that to my lawyer, and he was like, that is so further from the truth. And that is something that if they had consulted with a lawyer about, a lawyer would have never said that it was okay to release a public statement like that. So we just want to let all of you know, you all have complete free will to do business and associate with whoever you want. And that's not going to associate with any type of harm or legal action against you. And again, that statement shouldn't have been released. It was, unfortunately, and it makes me really sad, and it broke my heart that it was, because it wasn't out of love, right? It was more from a place of like scarcity and threats and bullying, but it happened. And so I can't control everyone that saw it, but I can at least to let you guys know like what my lawyer told me and Monica about it. And so I just don't want any of you to like be afraid to talk to me or to be excited about this retreat or think that anything bad is going to happen to you, because nothing bad is going to, or at least, I mean, I can't say nothing bad's going to happen ever, but like at least it's from a legal standpoint. So
well, and we're here to protect you guys regardless, right? So if anything ever came up that you didn't feel good about, that we're here to talk with you and to figure it out. So, but yes, so we will do that on Friday, so we get our weekend started out right, and it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. And Krista and I will both be there. Krista, when do you get in? I get in Wednesday.
I get in Tuesday morning.
Yeah, so we'll be there early. So Vivian, if you're coming in early and you need help or anything, you'll have our information. But we'll be around in case you guys need anything. And I think we're both staying till Monday. So we'll be around, to help you get in and get out and all of that kind of stuff too. So if there's any challenges, then we're there for you. And then any questions that come up between now and the retreat, you can either message me and Krista, you can put them in the group if you feel like it's something that everyone might want to see an answer to. If you have questions about photo stuff, shoot Brandy a message or throw it in the group and tag Brandy, and she can always go in there and answer it. Brandy, if stuff comes up, like you get a question from someone individually, but you feel like it might be good for everyone to know, you can go throw it in the group too. So, just use the communication methods however you guys see fit. And if questions come up, just let us know, because we want to make sure that there's nothing outstanding, that you guys feel like you've got everything, all squared away and you know exactly when and where you're supposed to be and everything you need to know. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see some of you for your hypnotherapy sessions, and we'll see you in a little less than a month.
Yay. Bye everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.